I've come out here to the south side of Mona Lake. This is past the Tufa Towers and the other stuff. This is in the Mona Lake Scenic Recreation Area out by where all the cinder cones and all the obsidian remnants are left over. It's kind of vast out here on the way to Benton. Scenic. I suppose that if the Mars had trees and water and vegetation, it might look like this. You can see Mona Lake in the distance. I'm going to be going over to where the Benton ruins are for the Bodie Benton Railroad, and that goes at the back side of the lake. And take a look at that. The main thing about over here at the Mono craters and stuff, yeah, I just wanted to pan down and show some of these flowers. I don't know if that turned out or not. One of the things that the Mono Indians had to trade was obsidian, which they used for cutting tools and arrowheads and axes and stuff. So they used to meet the Yosemite Indians, it was my understanding, at the shores of Ireland Lake in Yosemite out of Tuolumne Meadows. And they would trade. Their obsidian was very valuable. And of course, one of the things everybody knows that's been out in this area is that the Mono Indians, one of their main staples was the pinyon nut off the pinyon pines, and also off the shores of Mona Lake they harvested the fly larvae, and they made that into a staple of their food. Must have been delicious. Anyway, I just wanted to show, I just have a little piece of obsidian here. And it's all over the place out here. There's big chunks. You're not supposed to take anything from inside the scenic recreation area. But if you've never been up here and take the drive out to Benton. It's very, very isolated and desolate, but it's also very cool out here. So this must have been a fire that went through this area. It's a good vantage point to see Mona Lake. There you see the island, one of the two islands. Looking over, you can see the peaks. Right there would be, going up that one ravine there would be Levining Canyon. And it looks like rain's forming over there.
groß werden sehen, oder? Ja, die gar nicht so groß.
Okay, I'm at the kiosk now at the Mono Mills. They must have constructed this since I've been out here last, which has been a while. And that's a picture of how the old mills used to look. And they brought the wood in from other parts going further south and brought it to this mill here, and where they cut it up, shipped it off to Bodie. And you can see the remains. The old grade of the railroad still exists, runs behind the backside of Mona Lake. It's a dirt road now because they pulled up all the tracks. Consists of mostly sagebrush, other stuff. But back when I was young, we took a four-wheel drive pickup on that road, and we were warned that it's very sandy, very pumicey. Even with four-wheel drive, you stood a chance of getting stuck. I think me and my buddy Gary, we made it about a quarter of the way down the road and realized that if we got stuck out there, we were screwed. So when we did find a place to turn around, we zipped around fast as possible, because you can't stop, even in four-wheel drive. If you stop out there and you get sunk in, even if you let the air out of your tires, you still could be screwed. But it's kind of cool out there. There's a spring out there, and there's an old rock cattle corral and stuff, which is kind of cool. And once again, that's the remains of the Bodie mill. They needed an awful lot of wood for Bodie. It was one cold son of a bitch, and it didn't have any trees of any size that were good for lumber or anything like that. In fact, all their firewood had to be brought in from outside.